Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and thank you for clicking on this video review, I should say, about the Q Winter Wonderland Carrier. And if you logged in your launcher today, you see under the news segment that they put out the statistics about the carrier. So let's get there and see what they've done. This ship right here you can obtain by doing the fastest game on ice mission in Q Winter Wonderland. And I should say, the way it looks right here, I don't know how it's going to look in the game, but the way it looks right here, it's so good, it's so awesome, something you really want to have. Anyway, so let's read a little about it. The Breen Sarr Theln Carrier Tier 6. In addition to the existing Gret warship and Plesh Gret Heavy Raider, oh my god, the 2040 winter event will offer a brand new Starship requisition project available in the event reputation. The Breen Carrier obtaining this vessel will require the acquisition of 1,000 autographed 8x10 glossy photos of Q, which can be earned daily by completing the fastest game on ice mission on Q's Winter Wonderland. So once an event Starship is obtained by any characters on your account, the cost of obtaining additional copies of the same event Starship is reduced for all characters on your account. In case of the Breen Winter event vessels, instead of acquiring 10,000 autographs, additional Starship for your other characters will only require 40 autographs before the project can be completed. So what this actually means is if you obtain the fastest game on ice and you obtain those 1,000 autograph 8x10 glossy pictures of Q, you can get the Breen ship, right? But if you have multiple characters under the same account, you can get additional copies of this ship to those characters by completing the fastest game on ice just once on that character. So this, if you're like want this ship on your like multiple characters, just run the mission once and slot in the project in your reputation. It's gonna be under event somewhere, and you can just get that vessel really fast. So that's really good if you want this carrier on different vessels. So the Breen Carrier is a truly an imposing Tier 6 Starship that was most commonly seen during the Breen invasion of the Farah space. The Sarr Theln is a durable and massive carrier that is relatively nimble for a ship of its size. The Breen Carrier has 2 hangar bays equipped with Breen Bleth Chaos Fighters. These agile fighters are capable of draining power from their target and are equipped with polar weapons and transphasic torpedoes. Now, under Google, I just typed in this STO ship comparison, and that you actually, if you are a ship guy just like I am, that has like a lot of ships and don't really know where to search, like what's going to be good and what's not going to be good, and what your abilities are going to look like, or something like how many consoles a ship is going to have, then this spreadsheet is going to be something that you really want to have. Now, I just opened this STO forum at perfectworld.com, and it brings you up in this forum thread. And if you open this, link over here. That's a Google document. It's going to bring you up to a spreadsheet where all of the vessels that are currently in game have their statistics written down, so you can see what is what on every vessel that there is out there. Now this is a carrier, so let's go to a carrier tab, and you can use these these tabs down here for Federation ships, Klingon ships, Romulan ship, cruisers, escorts, science vessels, and carriers. We're interested in carriers right now. Now this ship, the Breen ship, hasn't been updated because it just came out, and the guy that's updating this spreadsheet, I don't think he has time to do it right now, because it's like, you know, it just came out. So anyways, let's read a little bit about it. Now I'm going to compare it against the Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier, because I think it's an equal type ship, but the Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier is more a tactical heavy, and the Breen Carrier is more of a science heavy, but it's like closely, you know, equal to that one. So let's read a little about it right now. So it has you need to be rank required Rear Admiral or Brigadier General or Sub Admiral, so that's Federation, Klingon, or Romulan. Availability at the winter event reputation. It has a hull strength of 42,000 at level 40, 48,300 at level 50, and 56,000 at level 60. Now if we compare it against the Dreadnought Carrier has a basic hull at level 5, no, at tier 5. It has a 45,000, and this one has a 48,300, so it has more hit points than the Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier. It has a shield modifier of 1.2, and the Dreadnought Carrier has a shield modifier of 1.15. So that's, this baby has more hit points on the shield and more hit points on their hull. It has a crew complement of 22,000. Now the Dreadnought Carrier has a little bit more, but that's not saying anything. And it has 3 weapons on the front and 3 weapons on the aft. Now I know this, the Dreadnought Carrier has I went too far. 4 on the front and 3 on the aft. Now Bridge Officer Station, 1 Lieutenant Commander Tactical, 1 Lieutenant Intelligence or Engineering, and Lieutenant Science and Commander Science, and the Lieutenant Universal. Obviously Commander Science, science heavy ship. Console modification. It has 4 tactical, 3 engineering, and 4 science. The Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier has 4 tactical, 4 engineering, and 2 science. So that's, you know, that's good. Science heavy, 4 science, obviously. Base turn rate of 7 degrees per second. Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier has 6 degrees per second. An impulse modifier of 0.15, 0.17 on the Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier. It has an inertia of 35, and Jem'Hadar Dreadnought Carrier has an inertia of 25. Anyway, so it has plus 10 to shields. It's going to be like a heavy shield tank ship, and it has plus 10 to auxiliary power. Now, if you haven't used a ship, a science ship, I should say, auxiliary power is really good, and it's really needed on the science heavy abilities that you're going to need and you're going to use. Can load the dual cannons. I wouldn't recommend dual cannons on something that doesn't really turn really fast, because dual cannons have that arc, that narrow arc of them, that you really need to turn your ship to your enemies so you can fire. And I wouldn't recommend, I would recommend just beams or something like that. But you can load dual cannons. I mean, you know, don't have to take my advice. Subsystem targeting, so you can target shields, engines, whatever you want. It has that. That's good to do. That's good to have. Console universal resonant dissipation matrix. We're gonna read about that below here. It has 2 hangar bays. Hangar bay loaded with Breen Sarr Chaos fighters. Starship ability package. Science carrier. Quick deployment. It has a reduced hangar recharge time, so you can spawn your pets faster. Plus, your pets is going to gain more XP. Not more XP, but faster XP. So they're going to level up faster. That's faster. A armored hull. So the maximum hit points for your hull is going to increase when you level up to level 2. At level 3 is going to have a reactive shielding technology. It's going to have more shield regeneration plus hardness at level 3. Level 4 is going to be advanced shield system. Your shield max hit points are going to increase. So it's going to increase shield regeneration, shield hardness, I should say. Maximum shield hit points is going to increase. It's going to increase hit points on your hull. So this ship is going to be a tank, man. It's going to be tanking everything. And at level 5, it's going to have a reactive repair nanite Starship trait. And we're going to talk a little about this because I really like this ability that's going to be universal console resonant dissipation matrix. The Sarr Theln comes equipped with a Breen resonant dissipation matrix, which when used provides a large increase to shield hardness and damage resistance to you and your entire team. So you and your entire team can benefit from this ability. Additionally, affected team member will have the recharge time of all of their bridge officer ability immediately reduced moderately. So when you're going to use this one, they're going to benefit from the shield hardness ability. It's going to be active on them. Plus their bridge officer ability cooldown will be reduced as well. So this is really good to have if you're like in STFs or something like that, and you wanna help your teammates out. Really good to have. This console mod can be equipped in any console slot, but may only be used on the Breen vessels. And Breen vessels, so you can use it on the other vessels as well that you could obtain previous years. But you may only equip one of these mods on a single ship. So obviously, reactive repair nanites. That's that tier 5 ability that we wanted to talk about. After achieving level 5 in your Breen Carrier Starship Masteries, you will unlock reactive repair nanite Starship trait. Well slotted, using a hull heal ability will also heal your pets. Your hangar pets within 5 kilometers of your target for a portion of the healing health dealt. So what it actually does is when you're spawning in a pet, these Geminar attack ships, they when they are like below a certain percentage of their hit points, they activate that ramming speed. Now it says here must be below 50% to activate, but that's like for ability for me to use, but not the pets. The pets have their own ability, and I think it's like below 20% hit points or something like that. And what they do is they activate it and they go to fly towards your enemy, and they like bury in their ships on their other ships and like that explode. So what that actually does is I lose this pet because it's gonna ram the other vessel and it's gonna explode. But with this ability, let's get back there. Reactive repair nanites. When I use a heal ability on my ship, my pets are going to be healed as well. So that's really good to have, because I can obviously use like hazard emitters on my pets, but if I use them on them, I'm gonna have a cooldown of 40 seconds. So if I heal my pets and I'm in close combat with everybody, and anybody is attacking me, and my hit points are like below, let's say 80%, and I want to use this ability, I can't, because I need to, I need to wait for the cooldown to get down. So it's a bit of a choice what you want to do. You want to heal yourself, or you want to heal your pets. What's important at that moment. So obviously when you die, your pets are going to die as well. So I usually hold this kind of ability for myself and not for my pets, because I always can spawn another pet, and so that ability is really awesome to have, and I wish that they made this ability available to other carriers as well, but we'll see. That's a little bit of a sidetrack there, sorry about that. The Breen Hangar Pet. Below is an outline of abilities and equipment found on the Breen Hangar Pets. The Breen Blessed Chaos Fighters. These fighters are unlocked in their stores listed below, as long as you own a Breen Sarr Theln Carrier. Alright, so Breen Blessed Chaos Fighters. Now these are the default hangar pets that come equipped with the ship. Available in the EC store, comes equipped on the Breen Carrier by default. So if you lose this guy, you discard them or somehow, and you can always get them back at the C store or the EC store. Now this is like the basic stock version of this pet. The weapons are one-time Polaron pulse cannon on the front, and one-time transphasic torpedo launcher on the front, and it has an evade target lock. This is kind of a good ability to have, and I think it's gonna increase their defense and reduce the accuracy of the enemy. So let's, we need to see this one in action, because it's really good on paper, but if it's going to work, it's going to be awesome. The advanced Breen Blessed Chaos Fighter, and this is the upgraded version of the basic stock, obviously. Availability in the dilithium store, and the dilithium store is right here. Dilithium store, and there is a hangar pet tab, then you can get all of the hangars, all of the pets that you can want. You can get them from there. Weapons, one-time Polaron pulse cannon on the front, one-time Polaron dual cannon on the front, and it has one-time transphasic torpedo launcher on the front, and it has a upgraded version of the evade target lock. This is 2 and this is 1. So, and if you're going to have pets, I really recommend going pro, and that's like getting the updated of the updated version, and that's the elite version of it, obviously. Elite Breen Blessed Chaos Fighters. Availability Fleet Hangar Pet Store, and it has the weapons of a Polaron turret on the front. Now a Polaron turret has a 360-degree arc, so those hangar pets are going to be firing from this turret at 360 degrees, so it doesn't matter where your enemies are going to be, they're just going to attack. Dual M1 Polaron dual cannon on the front, and it has one transphasic torpedo launcher on the front as well. So it has like everything on, everything you really want to have. And it has an ability, evade target lock 3, and that's like the maximum version of that ability. And it has a tachyon beam. For those that don't know what tachyon beam is a shield draining ability that these guys are going to use on your enemy. So that's really, really awesome. And just to give you guys a visual on the tachyon beam, those Borg sphere in STF use that a lot, so they drain your shield with that thing. So that's that tachyon beam. Breen Sarr Raiders. These frigates pets are unlocked in their stores listed below as long as you own the Breen Carrier and the Breen Raider Starship. So this is version 1 of the pets that you can have on your Breen Carrier, and this is version 2. Okay, so the Breen Sarr Raider. Availability is C-store weapons, one-time Polaron dual cannons on the front, one-time Polaron cannons on the front, one-time transphasic torpedo launcher on the front, and it has one-time Polaron turrets on the aft. So this is good. This is even better on that one. Abilities: cannon rapid fire, awesome to have. Torpedo high yield, awesome to have. Tachyon beam 1, awesome to have. And it has a Breen raid flanking, and Breen raid flanking is when these guys are behind the target and they're gonna have a flanking bonus. Now the advanced Raider, obviously an updated version of the stock or the default version. Availability and the dilithium store, one-time Polaron dual cannons on the front, one-time Polaron cannon on the front, one transphasic torpedo launcher on the front, one Polaron turret on the aft. Now the real difference is in the abilities. It has cannon rapid fire 2, this one had cannon rapid fire 1. It has a high yield torpedo number 2, and this one has a high yield torpedo number 1. Now the rest is same. Tachyon beam 1 and Breen Raider flanking. Now obviously the elite version, go pro or go home. The elite Breen Sarr Raider. Availability: fleet, hangar, pet store, and weapons. One Polaron dual cannons on the front, one-time Polaron cannons on the front, one transphasic torpedo launcher on the front, and one Polaron turret on the aft. Availability: cannon rapid fire 2, torpedo high yield 2, Tachyon beam 1, Breen energy dispetter, and a Breen raid flanking. This guy, go home, go pro or go home, guys. Get this version or this version. Obviously, which one is going to be to your liking? Get that one. For me, I think it's gonna be this one because it has all the abilities that you want. Tachyon team. It does not have evade target lock, but it's still good. You know, I don't mind if they're like if they're gonna be hit a lot, because I have that ability that you can use to heal your pets as well within the 5 km of your target. So that's good. Now there is that 4 set bonus that they put on. So hypercoolant technology set bonus. The following consoles are part of the hypercool technology: Breen energy dissipator, found on the Breen warrior warship. Universal Central Disrupting Field can be found on the Bragg Heavy Raider. Resonant Dispenser Matrix can be found on the carrier we're talking about right here. Equipping multiple Breen Starship console will provide a set bonus, 2-piece set. It's gonna provide a cryonic reaction assembly, Starship flow capacitor, Starship countermeasure system, and a 3-piece set is gonna super cool the weapon array. It has minus weapon power cost. So when you're going to fire your weapons, it's going to reduce the cost of the powers when you are going to fire. Now what they're talking about is something like this. When you see the third line, it has to self right here, to self minus 10 weapon power when firing other weapons. So when you fire each weapon, it's going to reduce this amount of power that you have. Let's say I fire one weapon, it's going to reduce minus 10, so it's going to be 111. So obviously when you fire multiple weapons, that power, it's going to be reduced. And with the third set pieces together you will have a reduced weapon cost, so you can fire more weapons more frequently. This starship also features the Breen Bridge, so this is also good to do and good to see, guys. When I'm going to obtain this vessel, I'm going to show you guys the bridge as well. And obviously the disclaimer: the above stats and system are subject to change. The box that the ship comes equipped in, which cannot be opened until the minimum rank listed above is bound upon pickup. Well, that was that for that Breen Price Heavy Raider. Guys, I should really recommend you guys using this ship comparison Google documents if you want whatever you know you want. Escorts, cruisers, science vessel, Federation, Klingon, Romulan ships, everything and anything is listed up here, and just type in Google STL ship comparison. It's gonna open up this forum thread and then open up over here, and you can see everything that you want: impulse, modifiers, power level, where you can get them, and like, you know, anything and everything that you really want on a ship. So that was it for this video. I hope I get this vessel really quick, and then I can make like a ship review of this vessel, because it looks really awesome. Guys, thank you for your time and have a good one.